Hello everyone, welcome back to our YouTube channel. IamInAzure. Hope you are doing good and safe wherever you are. So it's been a while. I haven't uploaded any video on our YouTube channel. So I've been exploring the AI space. So I've gone through some of the frameworks, the popular frameworks like LangChain, LangGraph, and then from Microsoft, we have AutoGen in the latest release is Microsoft Agent framework that I haven't touched yet. But along the side, I've been working on some of the no-code or low-code platforms from Microsoft, which is Power Platform. I've been working on Canvas, then model-driven apps. Then for the backend processing, I'm using Power Automate. All that I've been working. So I thought of why not create one series related to Azure and which is easy for everyone. So in that case, I thought of creating a playlist maybe for next 1 2 months, maybe more than that. Also, I will be going to cover a no-code platform, which is n8n. So yeah, it's been there in the market for a while now, and so many people have created so many videos on n8n platform. But I will try to make it for a beginner friendly. So I will start from the basics. So how to create workflows? Actually, what is a workflow? Why we need n8n? What is the layout or how the n8n will actually look like, what are the different things that you can do, and over the time I will be creating multiple workflows also that will help you to understand how to use that n8n in your day-to-day life, or else whenever you need some kind of automation. Now this n8n, I don't think it is kind of an enterprise level where I mean, though it has been there for a long time and it has so many connectors that you can connect to multiple systems. But yeah, I will touch all those things. Maybe it's not a right time to discuss all those things. So I will show you how it is, and then we can take it further. But before that, yeah. So already you are most of you are the people who are watching this, I believe they are most of my subscribers. But if you haven't subscribed to my channel yet, please go and subscribe to IamInAzure. So that will help me to boost this channel also. Right. So let me go through some of the maybe I believe you are here looking at the thumbnail. So I believe you are already aware of what is an n8n. So just to take you alternatives of n8n, so I will just show you what are the different alternatives for n8n. In market, there are so many alternatives. Even the Microsoft, sorry, the OpenAI team also opened their new platform for building their agents and all that. But yeah, it's not just the agents that you can build with n8n. It is starting from the automation, then to AI agents, which are, I mean, multi-level agents, then the agents with memory, the agent with high level of security, all that you can also build with Microsoft, sorry, the n8n. So yeah, if we talk about the alternatives, yeah, as they're saying, it is mostly for non-technical users. They are the other platforms that we have is Zapier, Make, which is very popular. Again, these two platforms are also very popular. And as I'm saying, there is one more no-code platform, which is Microsoft Power Automate. That also you can choose if you are using Microsoft Tech Stack, right? So for this, you need to have some premium connectors and all that. Again, all that things, right? Yeah, let me show you. Let's just open one more. So you can see there are many more. I haven't explored those, but as far as I know, these two are very popular among this series, like a big competitors to n8n, right? Then, as I just called out, maybe I can just call it as n8n alternative from OpenAI, right? Maybe in future you will see some more frameworks. No, we cannot call it as frameworks, but the platforms from other providers also, like the Claude and then the Google and all that. Already they have couple, yeah. But yeah, so there is something called Agent Kit that they just announced this month only. You can see it here, yeah, right. So that is also maybe in future they can expand it to um, more to more to a competitor towards an item. So let's wait and see. Yeah, this is how. I mean, this as I'm saying, this is a no-code platform, right? You will see much more like this only, where you will have a drag and drop kind of thing, right? So let's not waste much of the time. Let me take you to n8n. I believe most of you already aware, but yeah, this is my responsibility for the beginners also. If you are someone very new to this, so this is the URL where you need to go for n8n.io. So this is a platform, as I'm saying, where you will have mm, where you can actually create your automations and then the agents and all that, right? So just to call out, this is you don't need any kind of technical knowledge over here. A bit of technical knowledge would definitely help, but whatever comes in that I will definitely try to cover you and make you comfortable. And this is a platform that's been there for a while now, and it has you can see the GitHub stars also. You can open that one if you want. You can host it on your local machine also. That we will cover as we go along. But yeah, so let's go through this platform itself. Now you can see over here, this is one kind of. It's been there for different streams also. If you are into IT ops, if you are into SecOps, DevOps, sales team, marketing, or you are just a content creator, this has everything that you can build on top of it, right? You can connect it with n number of third-party tools that we will see, and you can connect it with the different databases that also we can see. You can connect it with your enterprise applications, be it with AWS, Azure. I mean, these are cloud providers, obviously, but your like whether you are using your mailboxes, be it your Gmail, Outlook, or any other mailboxes that you are using. So they have connectors which you can use. I believe if you are someone who has watched my previous videos, in Logic Up also we have connectors, right? Very similarly, you will have connectors over here that we will discuss what is a connector, what is a workflow, everything, because few people are new to this. So I just want to cover their side also. So to get started, how can you create, even if you have a Gmail account, you can create with it. So you can just go ahead and click on start for free. So this will take you to the registration page where you just need to fill your name, company details, right? You just need to fill in the company details. Again, you don't need any official email. You can use your Gmail also, and then Gmail, just a confirmation mail, then put a password, and then just an account name for it, and then just click on verification. With this, you can start your free trial, which is for 14 days. But if you want to extend it furthermore, you have a different pricing that is available for the from the team, right? So if you look at the pricing, let me take you to the pricing window. Yeah, if you are a starter, again, it's a 20 pounds. I think you need to convert it to um, wherever you are. I mean, whether it's in dollar, rupee, whatever it is. I think I don't know why it is showing in euros, but it should show me in rupees. But that's fine. But basically, you have a starter package, pro, and then business. And if you want it for a bigger organization, then you can use enterprise. So that again, you can host it on different platforms, or else you can use the n8n platform itself. So again, that's your choice, right? So yeah, let's start with the free trial for now, and then if needed, we can go and purchase this. I will show you maybe if needed how to purchase it. So you have these things. I mean, every plan has their own uh, upgrades, right? The very starter plan has one shared project. That means inside this n8n, you can create project. Again, don't worry about the project. Project is just a container where you can put your different things, right? So you can create one project, then you have concurrent executions. That means how many flows you can run in one go. So that is five flows you can run in one go. That means at the same time. Then unlimited users you can connect. Then I think this is some credits that you have. Then forum support, yeah. And then the upgraded, as you can see, what you will get with Pro, what you will get with business, what you will get with enterprise, right? So that you have over here. Then let me see what we have. Yeah, so you have some use cases also. If you want to build, there are a number of use cases. So if you are into digital marketing, you can use for lead automation. If you are into IT operations, you can use this one. You can build your own agents. If you are a content creator, you can create your own content. We'll try to see all those as we go along. The documentation also pretty nice. I have gone through documentation for a couple of connectors that when I'm trying to connect, right? You have n number of connectors, and then again, don't worry about the connectors, but yeah. So again, if you are on an enterprise, right? Enterprise supports the version control also, like the GitHub. You can set up a GitHub and you can store your code into your version control also. So I will keep this first video light. I don't want to go through all this. So let's go and create something that is visual so that you will find how it is, right? Then I will talk about all this theory and all that, right? So yeah, as I'm saying, you can go ahead and create one for yourself. You just need to go to register, n8n register, or else as I'm saying, you can just first search for n8n and then it will take you to this platform, right? And then you can just register over here. So I have already registered. As I said, you just need to give only those details and your 14 days free trial will be there. I also started with a free trial just to show you. So let me just take you to that, right? So this is what I have created one account just now. So when you start, right, you will have a URL with app.n8n.cloud and all that. So let's just open this. Yeah, with your free trial, you have let me zoom this a bit. Yeah, you have 1,000 executions that you can use for. And then, I mean, the platform will look something like this. So as I said, you have a project section here. So I just created one project. This is a free trial, right? So I can create one project and I just named it as N8N series. You can ignore this for now. We will show you how to create project also. Or else let's go and create this from this scratch, right? Then it will be easier for you. Delete this project. Yes, delete this. I don't have any data, so let's not worry anything, right? Yeah, so yeah, there has been a new enhancement. So you can use the agent also to create your agents or to create your workflows also that we will see as we go along. But on the overview page, once you create your account, right, this is what you will see. So you have different sections here: workflows, credentials, executions, then data tables, and all that. We will see what they are. And then this is personal. Whatever you create will be listed here if you don't create a project, right? If you want to add it to project later, you can also do that. Then you have admin panel, templates, variables, insights, and all that we will cover as we go along. Let me go ahead and create one workflow. How do you create it? So just before that, what is a workflow? Workflow is nothing but you will see some steps. You will have some blocks that are connecting to each other in order to form something. Let's say, just to take an example, let's say you are getting a mail, or else you want to generate some report, right? You want to generate some report and send it to some team, right? So this is your requirement. So from where you want to generate that report, maybe your Gmail mailbox you want to track, and then uh, maybe you are getting some emails from your clients. So you want to track all the mails from the client, and you want to create like a report kind of thing, and then you want to send it to uh, some of your manager or some of your Outlook mailbox, right? So this is a three-step process. Like a three-step process is in first step is you have to capture all the mails. Second step is you need to create a report, and the third step is you need to send out an email. This three-step process, you can call it as three steps, right? Three steps means three actions. You need three actions, obviously, and these three actions, when you connect them together, that forms a workflow. So that is how it is. Very simple. So I will show you one by one. As I said, actions, right? Actions, you can call it as nodes also. Let me show you to create how to create a workflow. You have a step here. You can go ahead and create a workflow. If you want to create a folder also, you can create, and inside that folder, you can put your workflows. There is a section called credentials. There is a section for data tables. We'll cover it in the upcoming sessions. But for now, let's go ahead and create one folder maybe. Let's create and let's name it as, so you see, it is going to create in personal. Maybe if you want to create one, maybe if you want to create one project, that would be helpful because you can share it with multiple teams. You can create, I mean, if you have multiple projects, right, then you want to share it with different people, then that is a flexibility that you have here. So I'll just call it as n8n series. So n8n, right? And then you can put some description, whatever you want, and maybe I'll put it as n8n course, right? And then if you want to add members to this, you can add. If you want to invite, you can invite, right? Okay, yeah, that is one more thing. When you're signing up, right, it will ask you whether you want to invite anyone to your team. So you can invite them, or else if you want to invite them later, also you can do that. We'll see that later. But yeah, so this is how it is, right? So I created one project now. You can see the project name is n8n. Maybe let's just rename it to n8n series, right? Let's just save this. Yeah, so now I'm in n8n. Now, if I try to create a workflow, right, it will say you're going to create it in, I mean, this obviously going to create it in n8n series, right? But let me go back one step and let me create one and create folder first. So let's call it as day one, right? And then inside this folder, whatever projects you want to create, you can create. Now I can just open this one, create a workflow. Right? So this is the canvas that you will see it here. You can build it with AI also if you want to. You can just describe whatever you want and the AI will build for you. But let's not go with that route. Let's see what basics we have over here. So you have a monthly credit now. I think you can upgrade it, right? 2020. So let's not worry on this one. So yeah, so you have an editor over here, maybe a canvas you can call it as. First, let's call it mm, what we can call basic, maybe. I mean, as we go along, we will be building some complex workflows also. At that time, we will name them properly, but let's call it as basic for now. So what we have here, we have an editor. This is the editor section. Then you have an execution. Execution is what, how many times you, whenever you run this flow, right? Or else whenever you run this workflow, all that will be listed here. You can call it as a history of your runs. So you can come down here and you can check if you will see them success, failed or stopped, long running, all that, right? You can come and debug over here what happened with that particular flow. Evolutions, you can ignore it for now. We will see it in near future. It is most probably for your testing your workflows that you have created, right? How better they are performing. So that you can come over here and we'll see that as we go along. Then you have a tag section also. At times you want to add some tags to your workflows, right? Let's say you are maybe you want to categorize them in future. Let's say this one has used Gmail, this one has used LinkedIn, this one has used Outlook. So if you want to differentiate that, you can do that. Or else if you want to differentiate based on project, or if you want to differentiate based on environment, you can also do that also. One more thing I interestingly noticed is you have a support for multiple environments also. Maybe I can show you here. So this you can okay, I don't remember exactly where I have seen that. But yeah, when you upgrade, right? When you upgrade, you can have multiple environments like the dev environment, test environment, production environment, and then you can have your code jumping from one environment to another environment. I believe obviously that will come with your enterprise only because it has the Git support and all that, right? So yeah, let's not worry right away because let me put it very basic. Yeah, so any workflow, again, workflow, I already mentioned what it is, but I will be keep iterating what is a workflow, everything. Any workflow will have primarily two things. One is a trigger and the other one is actions, very similar to your Azure Logic Apps or any other platform, no code platforms. I mean, automation platforms, so not no code to be specific. So trigger is nothing but trigger is like how you want to trigger this workflow, or else how you want to trigger this automation. So one example that we took is you want to report generation that I took, right? The Gmail and then report and then sending out to your manager or someone, right? So now what is the trigger for this one? The trigger for this one can be a schedule trigger, means you want to send it on daily basis, right? So you can maybe schedule it at 8 a.m. in the morning or else night 12 a.m. in the morning, right? So you can schedule it. Schedule is also one kind of trigger, or else you want to manually. call some kind of flow, and then you want to trigger it. So that is also one possible case. Or else some event happened at some place and you want to call this workflow, or else you want to trigger these three steps. That is also one case. So trigger is nothing but how you want to fire this flow, right? So that is what it is. So your first step will always be the trigger. Trigger, as I said, can be anything. And then the next steps, whatever the steps that you add to this, right? They you can call it as actions or else nodes. Even a trigger is also a node. So you can click on this plus symbol. So it will show you the triggers. As I said, what is a trigger? A trigger is a step that starts your workflow. So you have different types of triggers. One is manual trigger. If you want to click with one click on this platform only, you can trigger this workflow. That is what this trigger is for. Or else on schedule basis, you want to run it on daily basis, on hourly basis, or else on monthly basis, or at any interval, right? That also you can do. Or else webhook means you have some third party systems. Let's say you have maybe some Jira, or else maybe some um, GitHub, anything that supports webhook, right? You want to call this workflow from that platforms. Whenever some action happened on that platforms, you want to call this one. So I saw one example is the payment gateway, like with the Razor Pay, they have integrated. So whenever some purchase happens on their platform, they want to send out an email notification to the person who purchased it, saying a thank you message, thanks for your purchase, and here is your bundle, or else here is your the documentations. So something like that, you can build this webhook, right? So you it is basically a URL will be there where you need to put it inside this n8n, and the n8n will automatically get called whenever an action happened on your other platform, right? So it's very similarly, you can call this workflow from the another workflow also. You can create multiple workflows, and then one workflow can call another workflow, which is a parent-child kind of relation. That also you can do. Or else you can call with a message also. Whenever someone put a message, then also you can call this n8n workflow, right? So there are other ways also. Like whenever some error happened on your workflow, you want to call this workflow and send out a notification to your team saying that your this workflow failed, or this file has been removed, or this file has been changed, something like that. Yeah. So you have a number of things we will see as we go along. So let's start with the basic one for now. Definitely we will be seeing the more complex ones. Or else this is one more thing on app event, right? When something happened on some other app, you can also trigger this one. One way is webhook, or else you can do this one also. So yeah, so you have different apps that are available, which you can integrate with the other systems. You have a number of apps over here. Not all of them supports triggers, right? Yeah, these there, as I said, every workflow will have two things. One is trigger and one is actions, right? I will just open any one random. So I'm just open any random one. So you see this has one trigger also. This is the trigger. You have this thunder symbol, which is the trigger, and this supports 25 actions. So you can open this one and you can see a number of actions here. So this is something like Clockify. I'm not aware of this one, but yeah. But maybe I will just take some very basic one, because this is something that everyone will aware of, right? Yeah. So there is one trigger which is on message received. So whenever you receive a message to your Gmail, right? This will get triggered. And further actions, whatever you want to do, you can do whatever action you want to do, right? And then it has some actions also. As I said, over here, these you can call it as connectors, or else the integration with third party, right? So these are all different providers, right? You can connect with them. Yeah. And yeah, one interesting thing is, if you have any specific use cases, like, right, please put them in the comments. I will try to bring them in our live sessions, and we will try to build them so that it will be easy for you and also for everyone, how people are using this one, right? So we'll see that one. So let me go ahead and create one trigger. So this is a manual trigger. So what I'm going to do is, what it is saying, run the flow and click of a button in n8n. Good for the getting started quickly. Yeah. So basically you will get a button over here, and then you can click on that one and you can run this trigger. So let me open this one. Now this is how you're gonna run this one, right? To run this, you have a option here, execute workflow. this will execute your entire workflow. Means this is a trigger, then you have n number of steps here, right? Let's say you have 4 5 steps, all of them get triggered with this one. But if you want to trigger very one specific, right, you have, whenever you hover over the node, you can call it as a node. Let's call this as a node. A node can be a trigger or else a action, right? So this node you can call from here. So with this, you are going to call only this specific action, or else I believe the further steps also. But if you want to disable this one, you can disable this one, right? You can disable. Now this just grayed out, right? And you can see this has been deactivated. We'll see this. But you have an option to delete also. If you want to, what you can call, if you want to rename this, you have further options over here. Let's just activate again. And you have further options here. You can, I think, copy paste everything, all that, right? Convert node to subflow. I think with this, you can just take multiple, you can select multiple nodes and you can create one more child flow kind of thing, right? Yeah, if you want to rename it, you can just rename it. I'll just call it as, maybe call me, right? Let's just rename it. You have it renamed. Yeah, this is very friendly. As I said, it is just a drag and drop kind of thing. If you want to zoom it a bit, you can click on the zoom. If you want to bring it back, you can zoom out. This is for reset. This, I think, for clean TDF. Yeah, this is, I think, what you can call, maybe to reset to the frame, I think. Right? Yeah. So let's go ahead. As I said, if you want to trigger it, you can call it very similar, very simple, right? Now, whenever you execute, right, you can see this is executed and you will see a green mark whenever it executed successfully. But if it failed for some reason, right, you will see a cross symbol over there. And as I said, executions, right? If you go to execution now, you will see that the execution that we just now completed, which is 7:58 my time, right? Okay, so let me go to again editor and let's just add some steps. I don't know what steps to add also. But yeah, let's go ahead and add, use chat maybe. You see, now what happened is, uh, as I said, you can add more actions, right? When I click here or here, you will see what happened next. That is the different actions that you can add. Now, what different actions you can add? You can add multiple things again here. That as I mean. Yeah, this is for apps. If you want to connect with your apps, again, all those apps will be available for you. Let me take any one. Yeah, you see now you are getting only actions. You are not getting triggers, I believe. But let's see. Maybe I will just go to again Gmail and let's see how it works. Right? Let me take Gmail. Yeah, you see, I'm actually seeing only actions because this will support only action right now. You don't have a trigger. You cannot add one more trigger to the same trigger doesn't make sense, right? Yeah. So that is how it is. Let me see what better I can show you. Let me remove this one and let me add one more step. This time I'm going to create one form, right? On form submission, form is again, you can integrate it with different forms, be it a Google form or Microsoft form, or else you have some third-party forms like Zoho and all that. You can integrate them also. But there is one more inbuilt which is being provided by n8n that also you can use. You have a production URL, you have a test URL. So I will show you. Authentication you can ignore, but if you want to add some authentication to this system, you can use that one also. But let's ignore for now. We will talk about authentication and all that. You can create forms, you know already, right? Forms is nothing but you want to capture um, some data, right? Like your event registration, contact us forms, or else some forms related to lead generation. There are n number of forms that you can ask for people to fill in, and you get that data, right? Very similarly, we are going to create this form, right? So this form I will call it as contact us, maybe us, and then yeah, some description to it, right? Let me fill in some contact us description over here. One minute, just give me a minute, guys. Hmm. Contact us. So what I will do, I will just put some comment, contact us. So maybe something like get in touch with our team for inquiries, blah blah blah, right? And then uh, at what time you want to respond to this. But before that, you see this. Sorry for this, but yeah. So you see this one. Whenever you click on this, right? Whenever you add something, and whenever you click on this, or else you have to double click. Obviously, when you double click on this one, it opens a pop up kind of thing where you have to fill in all these details. We will come to this one. But on an overview, you see here, this is parameter section and then settings. Settings will come later, but parameters is something like the things that you need to provide for a trigger or else an action. So on form submission, this is one kind of node, right? So this node expect all these parameters. Very similarly, a different node will expect different things. Let's say Gmail, if you are going with a Gmail, maybe a Gmail will ask for your folder that you want to track, maybe inbox, sendbox, all that. Or else maybe you want to filter it based on some subject line, you want to filter it based on some um, mail address. That also you can do, right? So those are a few things, right? So on form submission, obviously you want to generate from, right, how you want to respond, or else how you want to trigger this one. Whenever a form is submitted, you want to trigger this one. And then form elements is nothing but what you want to put in the form. So I will just add some fields to it. Let's say name, right? Name, what type of it is. You obviously, a name will always be a text format, right? You have different types also, whether it's a number, for number, radio button, whether it's a password. Obviously, you will not collect password from a form, but yeah, radio buttons, numbers, then files, email, drop down, and all that, right? So let me put for now name, and then a placeholder. What you want to placeholder, as in just a kind of uh, hint kind of, please, hint on the text box, please provide your name, please provide your name, right? And you can mark it whether this is a required field whenever the person who is going to use this form, when they are submitting it. So let's put that as required, and then let me ask for his email also, right? Email. When you add this one, right, behind the screen, it will do the validation also. So that is why it is. So yeah, so let's just mark it also mandatory. And then maybe profession, or else may call it as role. And then I will just put this time drop downs. So when you select drop down, it will give you options, maybe a cloud engineer, or else what we can call it as support engineer, maybe something like content creator, right? Yeah, you can just also mark this. You can add a number of roles, whatever you want, right? Then yeah, if you are interested in phone numbers, you can take that also. But I'm right now not doing that one. What else we have? Maybe radio buttons. Something like, do you want do you want n8n subscription? Or else maybe let's call it as, have you s- subscribed subscribed to IamInAzure? Yes, and then no, right? So this is how it is. I mean, how it is, as in how you will be filling the different parameters, right? Let me save this. I think you can just click on here and it will automatically get saved. Yeah, so you have all those fields over here. Right. Yeah. And when you double click on it, as I said, whenever this execute, right, the people whoever fill in this form, they will see the data over here, right? Mock data, you can ignore it for now. Mock data is nothing but you don't have something, or else you don't want to open it to anyone, but you want to capture the data for further processing, right? Then you can set some mock data. You can ignore it for now. How can you share this form with anyone? Now I will just open this one, right? You can copy this URL. You will see definitely a test form test. But if you go to production, you will see, you won't see that one. Let's go with the test itself. You can click on it. You can see the copy URL is copied, right? Now what I will do, I will just go ahead and share it with anyone. Anyone can share. I can share it with anyone. Anyone who is having access to this one. I mean, anyone having this URL, they will be able to see this one. Right now, you are not able to see. We'll see why is it not. But if you want to execute from here, you can go ahead and execute. As I said, you can play here. When you play here, right, a pop-up will come up asking you to fill in the form. Right. So I just got that form. Let me take you here. Right. It's on my another screen. But yeah, you can see this form that just popped up. It is saying it's a trial version, but yeah, you whatever the details that we put in, right, you can see them here. And the star symbols are clearly saying those are mandatory fields, everything, right? And yeah, everything is here. Let me fill in those details, right? I'll just put some dummy values for now, gmail.com, right? And what's my role? I can just put some sample and just put something and let me submit this one, right? When you submit, right? When you submit, you see your node automatically get executed. And when you double click on it, you will see what happened with this one. You see one item. So all the data, you will see it here. Now let me show you how it works when you share it with different person. If you want to share it with different person, right? As in different person has to open this one. It is saying the form trigger isn't listening yet. Click on execute. So you have to click on this execute workflow. When you click on this one, right, it will start it starts hearing for your calls. Actually, it just opened one more form on my screen, but let me try and open this one, how it is behaving. You see, when I refresh, it is able to. Let me put in those details now. This time I'll just call it as again some sample, right? And I'll just put some details here. Yes, submit. Now you can see the form has been submitted and the response has been recorded. Now let me go here and see. You see, when I double click now, I can see those details over here. So this is the output section where you will see when output is nothing but what has happened when this action happened or else this triggered happened. Now, once you submit, right, these are the details that we captured. So you have the name, email, role, and the four columns that we have set in here. These values that you can use in the later sections. You have different things here, schema, JSON, that we will see as we go along. I don't want to put everything right away, right? If you want to change it, you can change it also as in if you want to change some details, mock, just for mocking in real time, you will not do this one, right? So that is how it is. And if you want to see the executions, you can see it now. You will see them here. Now, if you open the second one, you will see it here. Now, how much time it took, then ID for each execution, you will have an ID. Now, when you click on this one, right, you will be able to see what happened, who called it, everything. So this was my earlier call. You will see everything here, right? So this is how it is. Now I will show you this data. I want to store it in a somewhere as in let's take where can we share store maybe a Google Sheet. I think that is the easiest one, right? Let me see. Let me create one blank sheet. Right? Again, most of the companies, I mean, the very, very small scale companies, I know that people are using smart sheets and all that. The spreadsheets for their day-to-day track work. So let me put all it as name, then email, and what else we are capturing? We are capturing, what else we are capturing? I don't remember. Name, email, role, and then the subscription details, right? So let's put it as then what else? Subscription, subscribe, right? So now I will show you whenever someone calls that sheet, right, or else the form. Whenever someone submit that form, you will be able to track them here, and then further you will send out emails and all that. That we will see in upcoming sessions. I don't want to put everything in one, right? So as I said, now the next step I want to put it in a Google Smart Sheet, right? That will be my second node or else second step or else second uh, action. Maybe not second action, it's a action, first action, right? So I will search for sheets or else maybe you can search for Google Sheets, right? Google Sheets, whether you want to create a sheet, delete a sheet, append a row to a sheet, right? Or update existing row and all that. So you have different actions. For me, the main action is append because I want to add something to already existing one. Now, when you click on that, right, you see the things that come up. Now, this is my second step, right? That is why I have both input and output. So my input is nothing but the input coming from my on form submission, and I have all the details over here. All details as in this just giving me the previous execution, right? The execution that happened. Now I want to put it in a different sheet, right? So any third party system that you want to connect, right? Be it Outlook, a Gmail, or else any third party, Jira, or else your DevOps. Um, I don't recall right away, but whatever the system that you are going to connect, they will have their own kind of sign in mechanism, right? You cannot directly go and access someone's Gmail, right? So you have to put something called credentials first. So credentials, what credentials means is credentials will help you to make sure that you are the person who is going to use the your account, right? Or else maybe if you want to use a shared account across that also you can do. But yeah, right now I don't have any credentials that being created in this test environment, right? So it will ask me for new credentials, right? So let me go and create one new credential. So again, there are different ways how you can connect. For now, let's go ahead and use your basic sign in with Google account, right? Let's not worry about this OAuth 2 and I mean the service account, not the OAuth 2. OAuth 2 is a different one. Service account is where you need to provide your details and keys. But what to is like you just it will just pop up for your concern, and then you will just sign in. When you click on this sign in with Google, right, it will just show a pop up which account you want to use. It you can just take that account, right, and then it will ask for your consent. You can approve it, right. Yeah, it is saying n8n has already access, so that's good. So continue, and the connection is successful now. I will just close this one. And yeah, so the account, I mean, the connection has a name called the Google Sheet account. That's what you will see it here also. Now you see this Google Sheet account. If you want to use that name, you can use it. Otherwise, you can use a different name also. But even before this, if you remember, I said every node will have two things, parameters and settings, right? So you can see them here also. Settings we will cover in near future. I don't want to put everything here. But yeah, so right now Sheets is here. Let me save this one. I will show you where this uh, credentials will be saved. But one more thing, you see a red mark here. This means some issue with this node. You have to put in some parameters that are still missing. So you can hover over it and it will show you what are missing. But we will do that later. So if you want to save it, let's save it, right? Save it. If you want to go back, you can completely come out of it, right? So right now on this project. Now this is where you will see those credentials. Whatever credentials you create, right? Those will all be listed here. If you want to connect to some, if you want to use some uh, vaults, right? Some external store for storing your secrets, that is also available, but that is not with your basic plans and all that. So you have it with a different plan. Again, it's my bad. I don't remember it exactly where I can find it. I think it's in the admin panel. Let me see. Yeah, this is the panel. Admin panel is nothing but the panel where you can see some details of your system. Let me go to manage. Well, we'll come to this one. Let's not waste much time. Um, I'm just going back to my n8n again. Interesting. How can I go back? Ah, okay. You can click on this open instance and then it will take you there. Yeah, just click on open instance, guys. Then it will take you there. So this will list you the number of executions that you have done. So if you look at here, it is still showing zero executions, and the top also it is showing still zero executions, but we have executed some of them, right? The one thing you have to notice is you have to make this flow active first. Once you make this active, then only your actual executions will be calculated, and then you will be able to see them on the overviews. So that is how it is, right? Yeah, I just covered few things here. I think, yeah, this is credentials where you will be able to see the credentials that you have created. If you want to remove them, you want to edit them, you can do that one also. Then the number of executions, all the executions will be listed over here. Data tables is still in the preview mode or as the beta version. We will see them later. Then the settings you want to add the members later also, as I said, you can do it here. So let's go to the workflow back again. This is the folder inside which you will find your workflow. Let's open that workflow. And then let's fill in the other details also, right? So let's open this one now. And then you can fill. So these are different sheets that I have. So this is the unlisted. Maybe I will just name it first, right? I will just call it as contact us n8n n8 n8n, right? So this is my form name and the sheet name also. I'll just put it as client detail, something like that. Right. So yeah, this is my sheet name now. I can come here anytime. I will just go ahead and here over here, I'll see this refresh button. You can click on here, three dots, right? We will talk about this fixed and expression. Please ignore it for now, but you can click on this refresh here, right? This will refresh the list back again. There are two operations here. Resource again. When you are selecting an action, right? There you selected this append action. That is why it came here. But if you want to change it later, also you can come here and you can see different options here, like update row, append row, clear row, blah blah blah, all those things, right? So yeah, this is and then this is sheet and document. We'll work on it. I mean, whether you want to work with a document or whether you want to work with a sheet, right? Let's fill in those details. So you can see contact as an n8n showing up now, and then sheet also you will be able to see it here, right? This is client details. Right now you have the fields. You will have the fields whether you want to map them manually or you want to map them automatically. So whatever you want, you can do it. At times, yeah, mapping manually makes sense because you might be having some name here, some name over there, right? If you look at the form name, yeah, you have to get the execute this one to get the previous one. But yeah, let's execute. This is what this mean is it will execute the previous step, right? It will not execute the entire flow. It will execute the previous step. So I have that form open now on my another screen. Let me bring up here. So let me put again some random name, right? Random at the rate gmail.com. See what will happen. You see the validation also working fine. And then role. Let's not put that. You see the it is saying the field is mandatory. Let's try to submit this one. See, it is not allowing me to submit, so I have to fill in the mandatory fields. Let's call it as now. It just completed, and you can see the data popping up here. So if you want to get the previous data, yeah, you can just execute that particular step. It will execute only that particular step. And again, as I mentioned earlier, also if you want to execute only one step, that also you can do. So let's map them manually. So each field. So values to send. Okay, values to send. Okay, so I want to send. I don't want to send this one because this also I don't want. Form mode I don't want. So these are the four fields I want to send. So yeah. So if you want to, it's just a drag and drop kind of thing, right? You can just select this one, drag it, put it here. Ignore this one. This is some format, right? You just need to focus on this one. We will come to know what exactly this one, how to write all this one in future. But for your easiness, it is just a drag and drop. Just drag, leave it there. Again, drag, roll, drop it there. Then have you submitted? Drag, drop it there. That's it, right? And then just click outside, right? Yeah, it is just showing what you can call allow. saying that it doesn't have any outputs, right? So let's just save this one. Once you save this one, and then if you just click on execute workflow, right? Now what will happen? Again, a form will be opened for you. Let me bring this form again to the screen. Right, this is the form. This time I will put some names here, maybe n8n, n8n workflow. Let's call it as @gmail.com. That's a support engineer, subscribe this. And this is submitted, right? Now this is submitted, you will see this is check marked and this is check marked. So check mark means obviously you will be able to see the data in your sheet. You see the data is there. Now this one is for your what you can call the previous one. Again, this just added columns. If you don't have those columns, it is automatically adding. That is also interesting. But yeah, so if you don't want to do that, yeah, you can just ignore it and then it will, I mean, further, it will not do that addition because you have removed them, right? When you double click on it, you will not see them anymore here. So this will not add any more columns there. So you can just ignore those. Right? That happened because we have executed that flow earlier. So yeah. Now, yeah, if you want to make it active, you can make it active so that anyone with this link, they will be able to use it. Now, if you want, if let's say as I'm saying, see, every time, if you remember last time also, I told you, you need to click on this execute, then only you will be able to use this URL, right? If you remember, I just copied this URL, right? I just copied this URL. And if I share it with anyone, it will not work for anyone until and unless I click on this execute workflow. But that is not the real case, right? So what you can do is you have to make this active when you mark this active, right? Now this will I mean, okay, so you can now make call to your production form URL. Okay, got it. Yeah, you want to track error notification, whether you want to do this for not or all that. Let's ignore all of them for now. Ignore for all workflows. Yes. Right. So this is active now. When you double click on it, you will see a URL. Right. So now this URL is active. You don't need to click on this one. You can come out everything, right? You don't see any executions. Let's go here and let's click. I mean, just try to use this one. It's still not working. I think let me go here. I think we have to use the production then. Let's go and see. Or else maybe the URL might have changed. Let's see. Because we have subscribed. I mean, we marked it as active, right? Form test. Form test. I don't know. Let's try. No, still not working. Let's use the production one. Copied. There you have. And you don't have the banner also. I mean the banner where you saw the production and all that, right? Sorry, the test version is not there anymore, right? So you can share this URL with anyone. Anyone can try this one. Now I'm interested, so I will just keep this URL open for everyone. I'll just put it in the description also. I want to see how many people are trying this URL and calling my form, right? So let's try this one. I want to see. So let's fill in this form and let's see how it is working and how the data is pop coming up here, right? So this time I will put it in. I'm in Azure. I'm in Azure @gmail.com. Again, I don't need your personal names, emails, and all that, guys. Please try it out. I just want to see how many people are subscribed, not subscribed, and all that. So just submit. Form is submitted, right? Now I can come here and I am able to see this one, right? So very similar. I'm interested in knowing all from you also. How many people, how many of you are going to submit this one? And this will be a continuous work, continuous what I can say. This will be a continuous series team. So please, if you want to learn N8N, please subscribe to the channel. I will be keep posting the videos on regular basis because I want to commit to this one for next 2 to 3 months. I want to create some complex workflows also. You will see me creating complex workflows, connecting with the different systems, all that going further. One last thing that I want to show you is this execution. You can see now one executed because, yeah, but because I have executed with my production, right? So that is how it is. Now with this, I'm closing for today. I hope you find this video useful, and I want to you people to share this video with whoever is interested in learning n8n, or else if who want to do some kind of automation. Um, and the person who are very basic learners, yeah, please feel free to share this. Please like and comment the use cases that you have. We will try to take those up in our upcoming sessions, and we'll create flows using them. Right? Yeah, that's all for today. And happy to connect with you, everyone. Thank you so much for your time. Thank you. Bye.